Tom, News Chopper. We're going to give you some footage of the flooding in downtown Plymouth, Indiana. This is our home area, and we wanted to go up and shoot some video. Let you see the sights, and we're shooting with, kind of cool, shooting with a crane, Crane 2 unit, along with a Canon Rebel. So, Gary, tell us, they're saying the flooding hasn't been this bad since, or it beat the record in 1950, was like the highest ever, and that we've beaten that, right?
Yeah, well before my time. What are they saying, about 18 feet flood stage above normal flow? Yeah,
18 is what I'd heard. So I'm going to put my camera over here and start getting some shots, so you can kind of tell us what we're looking at. You were a police officer here for 24 years, so I know you know the streets and you know the area and the pond, so I'm going to let you kind of narrate for people what we're seeing.
Okay, so what we got here is Price's Pond, which is overflowing its banks. Price's Pond flows underneath Plymouth Goshen Trail, and you'll see a bridge up here that's closed off because water is overflowing from the creek and covering the bridge. This is Hope Boulevard right here. You'll see like a little peninsula, and there's a creek that flows on both sides of Hope Boulevard.
I see one house there almost completely submerged.
Yeah, when I flew over here the other day, you could see a van in the water behind one of these houses. I can't imagine they got it out yet.
Yep, still there. There it is.
Is there still oil and gas coming from it?
I don't see it like we did see it the other day. Hey, I wonder who lives in that house over there with the expensive pool on. I wonder whose house that is.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to follow the river. And so we have Jefferson School here. It hasn't caused a whole lot of problems right in here. And we'll be coming up on Baker Street. Now, Baker Street is one of the few bridges that are still open in town. It's a wooden bridge. I'm going to jog over. I'm going to show you a house that there's a large tree that got washed out because of the flood, and it just crushed into this house. And so I'm going to jog just to the left a little bit to show you that house. You'll be able to see.
Yeah, point it out to me so I can hit it with the camera. I'm not sure which house you're talking about quite yet.
Okay, do you see in front of the high school where the road it bends and then bends? You'll see all the wood on the ground right here. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to kind of jog to where you can get that. I'm trying to like keep ETO going sideways here. Is that all right?
Yep. Can you nose a little bit left? There you go. I know, typical photographer, right? Giving you all these requests. Oh yeah. Got it. And this video is brought to you courtesy of Helicopter Airline Ground School. We're doing this as a service for the community, so people can get a first-hand glance at what's going on.
And here we're looking at Jefferson Street, which years ago was Route 30. So this is Old 30. And the courthouse is kind of off in the distance there. And we'll be coming up on Garrow Street, and there's a park called River Park up here. Right there underneath us, off of Water Street, is where the emergency services have sandbagging materials for people.
This is probably the worst of the whole flood. Don't you think this area here is the largest area of flooding?
Yes. And so you can see the Michigan Street, the South Michigan Street Bridge is still above water. But just south of there, where Michigan Street goes underneath the railroad, that's Penguin Point, the red building with the white. And the water looks to be about up to their drive-through window for that food joint there.
And that's the first, right? The flooding's never been that high that anyone remembers?
No, I don't believe I've ever seen it like this. Okay, so I'll follow the river over here where it goes under the train bridge. And so you can kind of see over there where Center Street turns into Lake Avenue. That's State Road 17. There's a man trespassing on the railroad property right there.
Oh, we got him on camera. Gotcha, buddy.
Now here's Pierce Street on the south end of town. Now these poor homeowners, they've got it bad down here. Look at those houses. Oh my.
Yeah, and we drive through town not knowing, not realizing until you get up in the helicopter, you have no idea that it's like this. Well, we're giving you some more footage here. If you enjoy our content, go to helicopterground.com, check us out, see what we got going on. We also have a remote pilot course at remotepilot.online.com where we can help you get your remote pilot license. And we also have a business called How to Build Your Online Business. How to take camera equipment like we're doing now, and we make our living online with video. And we kind of highlight 5 years of what I've been doing in order to build an online business, actually 6 years online. All kinds of good information. We'll put all those links for those in the description box below. Man, I did not realize this area here was this flooded. I had no idea.
Okay, now the river circles around and goes behind our wastewater treatment plant up here. Now, I'm not sure if the wastewater treatment plant had to open the gates or not, but they were really struggling with the the bulk of all this flood water getting into the drainage. And so the hospital is kind of off in the distance up ahead of us at about 1 o'clock.
Okay, I'll swing the camera over there.
Okay, we'll be coming up to Overmeyer now. This is on the far south end of town, and a lot of people, this is their only way to get around some of the flooded areas is to come down here. And you can see that even Overmeyer would be a problem after a little bit more. And south of town, we've got Olive Trail. Olive Trail is surrounded by some marsh on the left and Dixon Lake on the right, and they've got that closed off. So would this be a good time to discuss forced landing areas?
Sure. Where would you go right now, Gary, if we had an engine failure?
For a swim?
Swim up there to the right?
I think we'd go away from the trees and we'd be wet.
I think so. We would be cold, but hopefully somebody would see us. And since we're live, people would know where to send us, right?
I would hope so.
We love this, going live from the helicopter. Technology is amazing. Absolutely amazing. This brings me back to my news chopper flying days that I did for about 5 years. That was fun. Always exciting. And I don't always get to pilot, but I got to run the camera part of the time too, and I actually enjoyed being the cameraman. We did all that with handheld over-the-shoulder stuff. Before I left, they got a big $250 million nose-mounted camera, but heck, you don't need that now. I mean, look what we're doing. This is just as good as that camera that we used that was $250,000. I think this footage I'm getting right now is just as good.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to be operating with a little bit of a tailwind, and so I'm going to keep a little bit more speed in here.
So, while we're giving you some more shots, we do have private pilot, commercial pilot, certified flight instructor, and instrument pilot courses all online. We have monthly options, we have yearly options. We have a 30-day, 100% money-back, no-hassle guarantee. You are the priority. And again, we have a remote pilot course, remotepilotonline.com. Doing lots of cool stuff there. Get your license, build your little drone business. That's what Gary's doing with his drone. For not a lot of money, you could buy a drone, get the license, and for less than $1,000, you could be up and running with your own drone business.
That's right.
And then we teach you how to do what we do. I started with a little tiny flip video camera 8 years ago, borrowed flip video camera, and turned it into a 6-figure online business. Did I say that?
Out loud. Okay, this is a little bit of a concern here with the water getting into this substation. I do have
Over here?
No, straight ahead, about...
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll make sure I get it. I'll get a good shot of that.
I do have eyes on the towers, in case you're worried.
All right.
And I'm going to keep a little speed here because of the wind, but I want you to be able to get a shot of that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I would say that's a big area of concern.
Now, speaking of settling with power, we wouldn't want to get much slower right now.
Because you're keeping track of the wind, right?
Keeping track of the wind. Got to keep effective transitional lift right now because it's coming up our tail. There's the conservation clubhouse.
Where is it? I'm looking.
Right underneath us. The roof of the gazebo straight under you.
Okay, I got it.
The roof of the gazebo is completely, well, I guess the gazebo's underwater and the roof is sticking up barely, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all it's showing.
And from this angle, I'm going to fly you by the back of the park where the sledding hill is. You can see how the river is spilling out of its banks back here as well. So we're coming up on some tennis courts in Centennial Park, the famous Blueberry Festival location. There's a big fenced-in area there just south of that sledding hill that's called Dog Park, and you can't even see it.
Oh, yeah, that's completely...
Do you see the footbridge for the nature trail just east of the sledding hill?
I don't see it. I'm looking. Oh, I see it. You just barely see the top of the... all you can see is the top of the rails, right?
Right. It's totally underwater. And let's take a look at the fertilizer plant while I got you on this angle.
All right.
This is a mess up here. I wonder... This is where they process dead animals to make fertilizer.
Whoops. Camera needs a little help. Whoops, sorry. Oh well, live production, right? All in all, some pretty nice filming. It's got us carried away here for a minute. We got her straightened out. I got her straightened out now. Wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. I was gawking around too much instead of paying attention to my equipment. This thing is amazing, Gary. This thing is amazing. Worth every penny. I never thought about what we could do with it in the helicopter. I really hadn't.
All right, here's US 30. The river's going under US 30 here. Luckily, it's still going under and not over. Okay, I'm going to bank it your way and then get my nose back in the wind here. There we go.
Going crazy.
Why does it give up on you sometimes?
I don't know. Gotta figure that out.
Well, you got enough, or?
Probably. We're gonna kind of think of how we're gonna end it, but you know, hey, we're live, right?
We got to end it with us getting out of the helicopter.
All right, we're gonna keep talking until we get on the ground.
Yeah, may as well, as long as you got batteries.
All right, so this started out a flood footage video, but we're gonna do a little filming, a little helicopter training while we're doing it. So we're gonna let Gary talk us through a normal landing.
Okay, normal landing is going to be 10 degrees, and we're always going to start our landings at an airspeed of about 60, and I'm going to try and be about 300 AGL. And then we're going to go down collective a little bit, half cyclic a little bit of right pedal, and we're going to go down to the numbers like we're following a cable, like a zip liner. And because of our position, I'm going to pick the numbers 10 down there. And we're going to call this about 10 degrees. So we'll start slowing it down. So I'm using the cyclic to control my speed, my collective to control my angle, and the pedals to control the trim. You want them numbers to look like they're coming at you at the same speed. I'm referencing the compass on the window because of my stature. A different height person might have a different reference point, but I'm lining that compass up with the numbers. And the aircraft will shudder just a little bit as you come out of effective transitional lift. There'll be some pedal changes. Have to add some more power. And we come to a hover right over the numbers.
All right. Here we are, back at Marshall County, Plymouth, Indiana, C65, Plymouth Municipal Airport. That's where we are located. That's where we do light flight training in the Enstrom F-28F. We do flight training in the Robinson R-44. We've been doing some flight training in the Robinson R-22 with a privately owned aircraft that keeps sending people over. I think this would be a good time to announce that I'm meeting with a helicopter manufacturer at Heli Expo next week. And I'm not going to give all the details just in case it doesn't happen, but I have the opportunity to produce a 1 to 2 hour video for a helicopter manufacturer that wants me to speak about and talk about transitioning from one model to another, as I teach in all the aircraft. So that's going to be kind of a big deal. We're going to be discussing that next week, so hopefully we'll soon be producing a video for a helicopter manufacturer that likes what we do. Alright, so give us a like and a share on this video. We're going live to Facebook and YouTube, so if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel And when you subscribe, click that little bell button. When you click that bell, you'll be notified when we put out new videos. We've got a series of videos we're doing right now. We're working on helicopter tree trimming. One of our success stories, Jed used. We did a couple days of filming down in southern Ohio with him. It was awesome. And we're editing those videos up now. Part number 1 is up right now, dedicated to one of his friends that recently lost his life doing utility work. So what did you do? You want to stay live to her on the dolly? Is that what you said?
It's up to you.
I want to see before we quit what I can do with the... There we go. Nice. All right, talk us through the dolly landing, Gary Cleveland.
Okay, dolly landings are not fun because you've got different areas of lift around the dolly, and then you know, the dolly's up a little higher right under you, so it can get squirrely if you mess around. So we're going to come in here and once we're down, we're down. Right pedal. There we go.
All right, I think we're going to try something here before we go off. We're going to do selfie mode here, see how it works. Boom. This thing's so cool. I can't even believe it. But let's get out of that selfie mode. Awesome. Like and share. Make a comment down below. Subscribe to our channel. If you're on Facebook, like and share as well. On YouTube, if you don't like our video, click the like twice.
Oh, we hate it when they click the like button twice.